I'm a 35-year-old woman with a large, tightly knit family, though tight often means being tangled up in each other's business. Growing up, we were always at each other's houses, celebrating holidays and birthdays together, sharing family stories. My family is big on drama too, and sometimes it feels like everyone thrives on it, but I've always tried to stay out of the worst of it. I've got a brother and a sister, and between our parents, aunts, uncles, and cousins, it's like I have this entire small town of relatives. The latest drama, though, is more than anyone could ignore. It all started with my Aunt Lisa and Uncle Brian, who have been going at each other over our grandfather's property, a small house and plot of land that he left behind when he passed away a few years back. Grandpa was the quiet type, but everyone knew he was proud of what he built. Apparently, he didn't leave clear instructions on who should get the property, and now it's become the center of this full-blown family war. Aunt Lisa, who's always been the family caretaker type, insists that the property should be hers. She spent years helping Grandpa around the house, running errands, and organizing family gatherings. According to her, she practically ran that house and poured her own money into keeping it up. On the other hand, Uncle Brian believes he's the rightful owner. He claims that he covered many of Grandpa's bills and did major repairs on the house. Brian's argument is that Grandpa promised the house would go to his family one day as a way to repay him. Now, the family has split into two camps. My brother is firmly on Team Aunt Lisa. He's always been closer to her side of the family. My sister, though, has taken Uncle Brian's side, convinced that he has more of a right to the house. And me? I've tried to stay out of it. I don't want to be dragged into picking sides. I've got my own life to handle, and honestly, I don't need this level of family drama. But my attempts to stay neutral haven't exactly been successful. The family group chats have turned into battle zones with arguments popping up nearly every day. Whenever we're at family gatherings, the air is thick with tension, and both sides drop little jabs or try to pull people over to their side. It's impossible to even have a meal without someone bringing up the property dispute. It's not just an argument, it feels like there's a line drawn down the middle of the family. Then it escalated to a level I never saw coming. My brother and sister, who normally have a decent relationship, have started fighting over this. They've exchanged some pretty harsh words and seem to be avoiding each other now. They keep trying to rope me into their arguments, asking if I agree with Aunt Lisa's sacrifices or Uncle Brian's contributions. I keep telling them I don't want to get involved, but that just makes them angrier. Apparently, staying out of it is as good as choosing a side in their eyes. The final straw came with a family-wide text blow-up. Someone I still don't know who sent a long message to our family group chat, listing out all the supposed evidence for why Aunt Lisa deserves the property. Within minutes, replies started pouring in, with people from both sides accusing each other of lying, scheming, and being selfish. Words like betrayal and greed were thrown around, and I felt like I was reading a soap opera script. Both Aunt Lisa and Uncle Brian have started messaging me privately, each sharing their version of events and trying to convince me that they're the one who's been wronged. I've even had cousins who barely speak to me on a regular basis, messaging to offer advice about how I should show loyalty to the family by taking a stand. A few relatives have even unfollowed each other on social media, and new private groups are popping up as they try to keep their conversations out of each other's view. When I told everyone I wanted no part in this, that just seemed to make things worse. My siblings called me out for being wishy-washy, accusing me of not being supportive enough of the family. My mother gave me the classic guilt trip, saying, "Neutrality is betrayal," and told me I owed it to the family to pick a side. She believes supporting Uncle Brian is the right thing to do, and she's not hiding her disappointment in me. At this point, I feel like I'm stuck in a lose-lose situation.